Kaieteur Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Hello, thank you for tuning in to Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith and welcome to your news at noon. Let's get to the news in detail. A prisoner has reportedly confessed to police that he was the one who set the fire to the Brigdam police station on Saturday by using a cigarette lighter, a piece of sponge he tore off from his mattress, and a wire. This is according to a statement released yesterday by the Guyana Police Force Corporate Communications Unit. The prisoner, identified by police as Clarence Green, at Princess Street Lodge, was the time being held in the Brigdam police lockups as a suspect in an armed robbery. During his confession, he reportedly told investigators that he had decided to set the station on fire because he was frustrated at being detained in the lockups for hours. Ranks had reportedly arrested him at least 3 hours before the blaze began. It was reported that the fire, which has left the Central Police Station completely destroyed, had begun around 11:06 and had reportedly erupted in the upper flat of an eastern building located in close proximity to the lockups. He also indicated that he did not act alone. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. And now let's tell you. The government intends to build solar farms with the money it got from Norway in exchange for keeping its forests intact. The funds stand at about $84 million. Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo had said earlier this year that the government wrote to the Inter-American Development Bank requesting access to the Guyana Red Plus Investment Fund. The bank is managing it. The farms are expected to be built under the Guyana utility-scale solar photovoltaic program. Already, government has advertised for expressions of interest to provide consulting services to conduct topographic surveys, flood risk assessments, and geotechnical investigations for the planned solar photovoltaic farm project sites. And in other news, a woman has reportedly been taken into custody for allegedly harboring the two murder suspects who were shot dead on Saturday along the UG Access Road on the east coast of Demerara. The suspects, identified as 20-year-old Kwesi Jupiter and 21-year-old David Smith, were killed around 17:30 by Ranks during a stakeout operation in the area. According to police, Ranks were forced to open fire on the duo after they reportedly pulled a gun on them. Smith and Jupiter were at the time being hunted by detectives for the murder of Joshua Denny, a 19-year-old electrician who was shot dead last Thursday. It is understood that the men could have been arrested on Friday last at a location in Alboystown, but the woman, identified as an aunt of one of the suspects, had reportedly hidden them when Ranks arrived. And moving on. A man, while browsing through the offers on G-Bay deals, stumbled upon his stolen motor car. The man whose car went missing a few months back yesterday discovered his car while browsing the page. The owner of the car, Kevin Queso, commented on the advertisement on the page, saying that the vehicle belongs to him and it is not for sale. He also indicated that he reported the matter to the police. The man yesterday posted on his Facebook page the screenshots of his car with the license plate PWW6790. His car, a blue Subaru bearing registration number plate, was posted up on sale since March 14th of this year. When we browsed the page where the car was advertising for sale, the post was already deleted. You're listening to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. This is your news at noon. We will return after the break.
Guyana, please join me on the Glenn Lal Show, 99.1, 99.5 FM, Kaieteur Radio, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 7:20 p.m. and a rebroadcast of the next day at 11 a.m. just in case you missed that program.
Hey, you! Going out?
Want all your favorite radio stations on the go? Listen up and let's go. Anytime and anywhere. All your favorite radio stations are in one place. Listen wherever you go, anywhere, anytime. You can even listen without Wi-Fi with Go Loud on a Digicel Prime bundle. Talk, music, news, whatever you want. On the go, Go Loud. Go Loud gives you all your local radio in the palm of your hand. Go out in style. On the go, Go Loud. Download today.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. President Ali yesterday criticized the Guyana Fire Service following the massive fire at the Brigham police station, which destroyed over 80% of the station. The president visited the scene on Saturday morning along with Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben and other government officials. He indicated also that hundreds of millions of dollars were spent in the last year to boost the fire service's response capabilities, and to put it crudely, he cannot respond to a fire in the backyard. The government cannot continue to make investments in public service and not get returns. He said the inefficiency has to be weeded out. The response by the fire service to the Brigham fire on Saturday had nothing to do with assets and resources, but the unpreparedness by the fire service, President Ali posited. And moving on. September has now been recorded as the country's deadliest COVID-19 month, with a total of 169 persons dying from the virus. The month too saw a spike in new cases and hospitalization. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, in a COVID-19 update last month, had mentioned that the country can face the same fate in October if persons continue to ignore the guidelines. According to a Kaieteur analysis, out of the 169 deaths, 77 persons were men, while 92 were women. Out of the 77 men who died last month, 35 were from Region 4, 16 from Region 3, 8 from Region 5, 5 from Region 7, 4 from Region 2, 4 from Region 10, 3 from Region 6, 1 from Region 8, and 1 from Region 1. Out of the 92 women who passed away, 45 were from Region 4, 19 from Region 3, 9 from Region 2, 6 from Region 5, 4 from Region 6, 4 from Region 10, 3 from Region 7, and 2 from Region 1. Just before we head over to the page 7 of the Kaieteur News, we now head over to the op-ed from journalist and editor of Kaieteur News, Ms. Kiana Wilberg, entitled "With Small Population and Rapid Oil Development, Guyana May Be Facing Local Content Crisis of Massive Portions." For the past few months, I have been eager to share perspectives on Guyana's oil sector, specifically on issues related to local content. There are two key matters that have to be addressed: the need for greater transparency from all oil companies and their local content performance, and ways in which the government can close loopholes that would allow corrupt actors to abuse locals and use them as mere window dressing for their local content reports. But before we get to those matters, our more troubling one is more before us. With just a population of about 700,000 people, how are we going to service the needs of an oil sector that is poised to see 10 oil ships working offshore in this decade? Already, Guyana is incapable of meeting 100% of the needs for the Liza Phase 1 project, and ExxonMobil's in-country head, Mr. Alistair Routledge, has said all services needed would be had within these shores by 2022. Get the full details and more in today's Kaieteur News. In last Saturday's edition of this paper, there were 3 serious crimes: robbery and beating of driver, businessman robbed and beaten, and a sibling released on bail for beating to death of his brother. That is only one day, and it may not capture every incident of what any reasonable citizen would consider serious crime. Yet the official statistics tell us that we are safer, and we should feel so. Do you, fellow Guyanese, feel safe from random or planned banditry? The PPPC government leaders tell us how well they're doing with the oil sector, how honestly they are dealing with on our behalf. Do you, fellow Guyanese, fellow citizens, feel secure in the confidence that leadership banditry is not at work with oil and gas? We provide. Guyanese must decide. And with that, we've come to the end of today's News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar?